All right, we back with another episode of Toxic Rides. Today we're going to talk about dumps. Now, we already know we got your Delta dumps, your Italians, your, what is that, your A-Decks, your Super Duties, then your Monster Greens and all of that. We're not talking about none of that stuff today. We're talking about a game changer, an absolute game changer to me. It is the Blackmagic LV Image A-Decks Clone Dump. So, like and subscribe to the channel, and we're going to talk about it right now. Hit the intro. Now, if you're just starting out in Lowriders and you start asking people about your setup and what you want to do with it and how you want your car to balance out or hit, a big thing with that is batteries and then dumps. Your common dump is always going to be your Delta dump or your Italian dump. Now, Blackmagic Hydraulics came out with an A-Decks clone, and it's called the LV Image, which I think is a game changer in this whole space. A lot of people can't afford A-Decks, which once you use A-Decks, you're not going to go back to anything else. It's just one of those dumps is so accurate. The feel on it is so good that it's like comparing a hamburger to a steak. And you're going to love how that feels. But for some people, we just want the look. Myself, I got an A-Decks in the nose of my car. Great for what it's for. But the way I wanted to build my setup, I wanted to go with 3 A-Dexes, and I actually bought it, but then I felt that it was overkill. And now with the price of these dumps, man, it's just pricing everybody out for real, especially the beginners that want to get into it. A lot of people don't want to spend $1,300 on one dump. So I got 3 pumps. I got my A-Dexes. I end up offloading my two other A-Dexes, which big mistake, but they're gone. So I figured, well, I still want the look of the A-Decks hooked up to my 3-pump setup. So A-Decks to the nose, and then I want 2 A-Dexes for the back, but I don't need to spend that kind of money. So I purchased the Blackmagic LV Image, and this is what it looks like. 100% just like an A-Decks. If you compare the two, it's nothing on it that's pretty much different except for, you know, you have your little wires here so that Andy will know that you never tampered with it and he can repair them for free. But this is the best option that you can get for A-Decks, especially if you're just going for a nice look on your setup. Now, when you go to this, and I'm going to go outside and compare it to my A-Decks, but when you look at it, everything is pretty much the same. You got your writing on the end and all of that. You got your braking and all of that stuff. But just for the look itself, you cannot beat this if you want to just show out on your dumps. Now, all of your older lowrider guys, once you hit the switch, they're going to know it's not an A-Decks. But that's not the point. The point is to get your setup the way that you want it to look and feel how you want it to feel. And to me, on the rear, A-Decks is great. It's still overkill for anybody unless you just want to spend the money like that. And if you got it like that, I'm not mad at you one bit. But a lot of people can't afford $1,200 for a dump, even though you like the A-Decks. This is your next solution. Unpolished, $300. I think polished is $400. You can polish them yourself. I got a video on that I'll show you somewhere right there. But you can't beat it. Now, this is a Delta dump inside of a A-Decks size base. So it's going to work just like a Delta dump. All right, now here's the quick comparison. So this is my A-Decks right here. Now, we're going to take this LV Image and stick it right here next to it. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. That's what we talking about. That's what we talking about. We sit it up here. It's a really good dump. They did a really good job. I like it. So you won't have the accuracy and the feel of an ADEX, but when you pop that trunk, you're definitely going to have the look of an ADEX. And sometimes that's all we want. We want our setups to look nice, setup to look good, impressive, especially out. I'm in Atlanta. So a lot of people who love this stuff do not know the difference. They're not going to know the difference. I'm not going to tell them unless they ask. But this is definitely a game changer in the industry as far as dumps go. I really, really recommend this to anybody who's just going for a clean looking setup to show off a little bit, pop the trunk. Oh, you got 3 8Xs. Well, it is what it is. But you can't beat what Blackmagic has done with this. I'm a big fan. I like it. I'm putting 2 in my setup with the 8X to the nose because, like I said, once you fill them, then there's no comparison to an ADEX, ADEL, or even a Hydro Air. But this is something that's very, very impressive to me. So Blackmagic, you guys did your thing on this one. I hope a lot more people buy them. I recommend them. TOXXIC Rides recommend them. And I think this is what we should go with for our rear, especially if you're not hopping the rear or you're just showing off and you want to be on a budget. This is definitely the way to go. This is definitely the look that you want. And I say do it. And if somebody clown you for it, unless they buying your stuff, don't worry about what they say. It's all talk. Too many people are trying to down people out of this game when we actually really trying to just get more people into it. Especially now, you got some people out there buying cars just because they know that they can flip them. That's not what this is about. This is about low riding. This is about culture. This is not a trend. This is a lifestyle. So thank you, Blackmagic, for doing this. We should be seeing other products from other companies coming soon. But for right now, you want an ADEX clone? Go ahead and get the Blackmagic LV image dump for your ride. Recommended by TOXXIC Rides. Like and subscribe to the channel. I hope you like what I'm doing here. And let's just low ride, because that's what we do. We low ride. LV image, Blackmagic, like and subscribe, TOXXIC Rides, and we out. Yes, sir.